Here's an amazing question to test your spatial reasoning. You're presented with the three-dimensional view, and you need to select view from the opposite side out of 4 possible choices. The choices are A, B, C, and D. Take a close look to see if you can select the right solution. Please look closely, as it may not be as easy as it seems. Are you ready? Because I'm moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And if you have a better way to solve it, obviously please make sure to post in comments. If your answer to this question was choice C, you answered it correctly. There are 4 objects on the original 3-dimensional image. We have a duck, we have a basketball, we have a smartphone, and we have a hammer, which is barely noticeable on the original picture. And the easiest way to solve this challenge is to select one object and track it on the opposite side. I selected a duck, but you can as well select a hammer or a smartphone. It is a little bit harder with the ball because it's in the middle and it's a symmetrical object. So let's go back to the duck. If you look at the original image, you see that the duck is looking to the left, and it is on the left side of the ball. Which means that if we look from the opposite side, the duck will be looking to the right and would be on the right side of the ball. We frequently see these types of questions on the test, so to help you solve these types of challenges, here are the views of these objects from different sides. Take a look at these objects from the right, from the left side, and take a look at this set of objects when duck and the ball have changed the position. I wanted to ask you, did you get to the same answer? If not, please make sure to post your answer and solution in comments, as well as you can supplement it with some tips on how to solve these types of challenges. Here's a very interesting question where you're presented with the sequence of wizards and you need to select the next wizard in the sequence. You have 4 possible choices to make a correct selection. Choices A, B, C, and D. Take a close look to see if you can pause this video and come up with the right solution. On my end, I am moving forward because I can't wait to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. You're probably tired hearing on this channel, but you need to always look for patterns, especially when trying to solve these types of challenges. And even though all wizards might look the same, if you look closely, you will see 3 pattern-defining elements. The first one is the color of the wizard's head star circles. You see that the color of the circle goes from yellow to blue, then to yellow, which means that the next one in the pattern should be blue. The next pattern-defining element is the sequence of buttons on wizard's jacket. Let's try to follow the yellow button. For the first wizard, it's in the position number 3. In the second wizard, the button moves to the position number 4. Then it restarts the circle, and in the third wizard, it's in the position number 1. Which means that the next position for the button should be position number 2. What's interesting, if we look at the possible answers, both choices B and D so far match our criteria. They have blue circles on the wizard's head, as well as yellow button in the second position. So as you might have guessed, there's a third element which defines the pattern. And this element is the number of points on the star. We have 2 types of stars here, 5-point star, pentagrams, and sixagram, which is a 6-point star. If we look closely, we see that the first 2 wizards have pentagrams. Then the third wizard has hexagram, which means that the fourth wizard should also have a hexagram. Based on this, the correct choice here is choice B. Did you get to the same answer? Please make sure to post your answer and rationale in comments. Let me share with you some interesting facts about fast food industry that you might consider bringing up to your hiring manager during the job interview and assessment test. Number 1 is that the largest fast food chain in the world is Subway, with over 42,000 locations in 100 countries. Number 2 is that the most popular fast food item in America is French fry. Number 3 is that the world's largest McDonald's restaurant is located in Orlando, Florida, and it has 19,000 square feet. Number 4 is that the first drive-through restaurant was created in 1948, and it was called In-N-Out Burger. And last but not least, number 5 is that the original Burger King restaurant was initially called Insta Burger King and was opened in Miami, Florida in 1954. Consider bringing up any one of these interesting facts to your hiring manager during a job interview to increase your chances of being hired. And now let's continue to get you ready for the assessment test. A very interesting question for you to try your skills. You're presented with 9 letters of the English alphabet, and you need to build English business word. The letters are O-L-S, U-O-T-I-N-S. Take a close look to see if you can construct English business word. I am going to give you a quick hint. The word refers to a set of products, services, and strategies that are designed to solve specific business problems and meet the needs of organizations. Did you figure it out? The answer is solutions. Business solutions are typically developed by vendors or service providers who have expertise in particular industry or functional area. The word is spelled as S-O-L-U-T-I-O-N-S. And the goal of business solutions is to help organizations improve their efficiency, productivity, profitability, and overall performance by addressing specific challenges or opportunities in a strategic and effective manner. Can you come up with any other words using the same letters only once? If you did, please make sure to post your answer and solution in comments. On this channel, we hear from a lot of people that try to take the test, but then fail it and justify their unpreparedness with a bunch of excuses. The most common excuses are lack of time and lack of resources. Let's look at both of those in more details so you can understand the resemblance with yourself and your own habits and hopefully learn from those and try to avoid these excuses. Number 1 is lack of time. Some individuals feel that they do not have enough time to adequately prepare for the test, especially if they have a busy schedule or other commitments. The best way to overcome the lack of time is to prioritize your task, create and maintain a schedule, use commute time to prepare, and stay focused and get help when you need it. I myself try to set 3 to 5 big goals for the day, try to maintain an effective schedule, or at least I think so, and use my commute time for studies. Number 2 reason, lack of resources. Preparing for an employment assessment test may require certain resources such as practice tests, study materials, or access to a tutor. Individuals who do not have access to these resources may feel at the disadvantage. The best way to overcome this issue is to use free resources, do your own research, join person or online study group, and stay positive throughout the process to avoid being discouraged. For example, I myself always try to use free resources to better understand the challenge, try to understand my limitations, and build my plan on how to improve my weaknesses, and recommend that you do the same. What is your experience in coming up with the excuses to prepare for the assessment test? Please share the most common excuses in comments so all members of the community on this channel can support you and help you to overcome them. And now let's continue to get you ready for the assessment test. Here's one of my favorite questions to determine family relationship. Daniel is a very good boy and he is married with Ella. Ava is the mother of Daniel. Ella is also very kind-hearted. Daniel and Ella also have a daughter, Stella. Stella enjoys playing games with her grandfather, Ryan. What is the relationship between Ryan and Ava? And you have 4 different choices to select from. Choice A, husband and wife. Choice B, brother and sister. Choice C, cousins. And choice D, their son and mother. Do you know the answer? Take a close look to see if you can solve this puzzle. See if you need to pause this video to maybe get to the correct relationship. On my end, I can't wait to share with you my version of the solution and moving forward. But obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. Let's look at the answer in more details. The answer is A, because Ava is the mother of Daniel, and Stella is her granddaughter. Because Stella is also a granddaughter to Ryan, this means that Ava and Ryan are husband and wife. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. To get ready for an assessment test, you want to make sure that you practice with the tests that most accurately resemble the actual assessment. This is why we partnered with the best vendor in the industry, Job Test Prep, known for accuracy in their practice assessments. Job test prep tests are designed to simulate the actual employment assessment used by many companies. One of the key advantages of using job test prep tests is that they closely mirror the format, content, and difficulty level of the actual assessment tests. To start practicing using job test prep assessments, please type the link in your browser howtoanalyzedata.net/job-test-prep or use links in the description of this video. And now let's continue to get you ready for the assessment test. Here's a phenomenal question where you need to determine the next item in the sequence. You're presented with the series of squares. Each square has different shapes inside. 3 squares do have shapes, and the 4th square is missing, and you need to select it out of 4 possible choices. The choices are A, B, C, and D. Take a close look to see if you can identify the missing item. Did you figure it out? See if you need to pause this video to get more time and solve the solution. Because on my end, I am moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. If you take a close look at the shapes inside the square, each shape has a position 1, 2, and 3 going from left to right. You can also notice that there are 3 different shapes inside the boxes: a filled circle, a white circle, and a diamond. Another important consideration is that the colors of the circles do not change. But unlike colors of the circles, the color of the diamond changes from filled to empty and then from empty to filled. You can also notice that all shapes shift 1 position to the left. The first shape becomes the last, then changes position to the middle, and then back to the first position. Now, as you learned about the pattern, you can calculate that the answer here is choice B. Hopefully you've nailed this question on your own and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. And now I have a surprise question for you to practice your skills. You're presented with the sequence of wizards. You see 3 wizards on the screen and 4th wizard is missing. And you need to find the missing wizard out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Take a close look to see if you can select the next wizard in the sequence. And once ready, make sure to post your answer in comments so I can share with you my feedback. Thanks for participating and good luck. I love this question because what's happening here is so unusual. We need to calculate the missing number. And we need to do it in the ball that's in the middle of the sequence. We see the ball that's rolling from the top of the stairs to the bottom of the stairs. And as it rolls, it changes the color inside and it changes the number. In the top position, it's a green ball inside and it has the numbers 5, 7, 8, 2, 6, 9. Then as it rolls, it becomes a blue ball and the numbers change to 2, 8, 7, 5, 1, 5. Then it becomes the yellow ball with the missing number. As it continues, the numbers we see are 8, 7, 5, 8 in the pink ball. As it rolls, we see the brown ball with the numbers 7, 8, 1, 3. And then as it continues to roll to the last step, it's a purple ball with the numbers 8, 7, 4 inside. We need to calculate the missing number and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 28, 962. Choice B, 57, 891. Choice C, 28, 421. And last but not least, choice D, 57, 826. Take a close look to see if you can complete the calculations. And on my side, I am moving forward to share with you my version of the solution. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. I believe the correct answer here is choice D, 57, 826. To understand why, let's look at the pattern. As ball rolls from first position to the second, and we transform from digits 5, 7, 8, 2, 6, 9 to digits 2, 8, 7, 5, 1, 5, we need to understand the logic. As you might have suspected, the colors are not used in the pattern, and they're there just to deceive you. Only numbers are important. And to complete the transformational pattern, we need to do it in 3 steps. Step 1. We need to exclude 2 digits on the right and reverse the order of the remaining digits. For example, original number is 5782 and then 2 digits 69. We separate 69 and then reverse the order, and number becomes 2875, and then we do remaining calculations with the numbers 6 and 9. And the calculations are very simple. We basically add 6 plus 9, and end result of it is 15. Then we concatenate 2875 and 15. So the end resulting number is 287515. As ball continues rolling, we repeat the calculations and get to the answer of D, 57826. Surprise, surprise! I have a problem for you to solve. You need to find the missing number, and you're presented with 3 expressions. First expression is 13 by 13 equals 16. Second expression is 15 by 15 equals 36. And last expression, 17 by 17 equals the missing number, represented by the question mark. You need to calculate and select the missing number out of 4 different choices. Choice A, 56. Choice B, 64. Choice C, 72. And choice D, 81. Take a close look, maybe pause this video for 10 to 15 seconds to see if you can calculate the solution. Once you're ready, please make sure to post your answer in comments. This would allow me to give you my feedback. Thanks for participating, and good luck solving this challenge. The answer is very obvious, but only if you know it, or guess it, as we would have to do in our case. Ready or not, I would like to move forward to share with you my version of the solution. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. If you know letters of the English alphabet, the next logical choice would be letter E, because after A, B, C, and D comes letter E. But choice E is not on the list. But using a little bit of creativity, you can assemble a letter E by combining a dash, which is already in place, with already available choice of letter F. So the correct choice here is answer F. Hopefully you've nailed this question on your own, got a little bit of laugh, and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. If you find the content of the channel helpful, you can help us by becoming a member. For example, if you're getting ready for employment test and might wonder how you can download the value pack, we'll give you 1 reason to download and save. And this is by becoming a YouTube member. For example, if you become Platinum member, you can download Employment Assessment Test Preparation Bundle. We also frequently publish exclusive content for members only to help you stay sharp and get ready for the test. To become a member, all you need to do is to navigate to howtoanalyzedata.net/membership. You can type the link directly in your browser or follow the link in the description of this video. Thank you for your endorsement, support, and patronage. And now let's continue and get you ready for the test. Here's the very unusual question, which tests your analytical skills, pattern recognition skills, as well as spatial reasoning. You're presented with 3 very unusual shapes. You have a rainbow consisting of 4 sections on the top and then 5 squares at the bottom of this shape. Each shape has a unique set of different colors. You need to detect the pattern and based on that recognize shape number 4 out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. This is one of the tough questions. If you're having troubles, maybe pause this video to see if you can come up with the solution. On my end, I'm moving forward to share with you my thought process and my solution. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. When I was describing this question, I gave you a tip. This object is broken down into 2 parts. The rainbow section has its own pattern, and the series of squares at the bottom has its own pattern. So there are 2 patterns here in this shape. But detecting one is not enough. You have to detect both patterns. To make things easier, let's focus on the bottom pattern first. Let's focus on the squares. If you look closely and focus on the green square, you see that in the sequence 1 shape, green square in the position number 5. And in sequence 2 object, it moves to the position number 1, and all other objects shift to the right. If we continue to follow green square, you see that in the sequence number 3 object, the green square in the position number 2. So if we continue this logic, that green square should be in the position number 3, in the middle of all squares. But guess what? If you look at the possible choices, you see that in all 4 choices, choices A, B, C, and D, green square is in the middle. So this is not much help. This is why, to get to the correct solution, we need to focus on the top sections of the rainbow. And if you look closely at the top sections, you see that there are 4 colors, 1 color per each section of the rainbow, colors 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if we compare sequence 1 and sequence 2 objects, you can see closely that the sections of the rainbow continuously move to the inside. For example, let's follow the red section of the rainbow, which is present on the outside in the sequence 1. You see that in the sequence 2, this is the second from the outside section, and then in the sequence 3, it becomes third section on the inside. So to find the correct solution, we need to look for the red section being the most inside section of the rainbow, which matches choice D. This was a very tough challenge. Hopefully you've nailed this one and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. And now here's a surprise question for you to try your skills. Instead of giving you the answer, I'm going to ask you to calculate the answer and post your solution in comments. You're presented with 4 shapes. 3 shapes are fully populated with numbers, and the 4th shape has the middle number missing. You need to detect the pattern and calculate the missing number out of 4 different choices. Choice A, 22, choice B, 23, choice C, 25, and then last but not least, choice D, 24. Take a close look to see if you can do the calculations. And once ready, please make sure to post your answer in comments. This would allow me to share with you the final answer and give you my feedback. Thanks for participating, and good luck solving this challenge. Here's one of my favorite questions where you test your mental skills as well as attention to details. You are presented with a series of equations, and you need to calculate the missing number. The first equation is glove plus glove equals 20. Second equation is glove plus 2 socks equals 38. Third equation is glove plus sock plus hat equals 39. And then the final equation where you have the missing number is 1 hat multiplied by 1 sock plus 1 glove equals the missing number. You need to calculate and select the missing number out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 135. Choice B, 220. Choice C, 165. And choice D, 360. Take a close look to see if you can use your mental powers to calculate the missing number. On my end, I am moving forward to share with you my version of the solution. And if you have a better way to solve it by using your mental powers, please make sure to share in comments. Obviously, to solve this challenge, you need to find the numbers associated with each object. You need to find the numbers for glove, for sock, and for the hat. Let's look at each expression in more details. Since 2 gloves equals 20, 1 glove is equal to 10, because 20 divided by 2 equals 10. Let's go to the second expression. 1 glove and 2 socks equals 38. Let's do the math to calculate what's the value of the sock. 38 minus 10, which is the calculated value for 1 glove, and then divided by 2 equals 14, which means that numerical value associated with 1 sock is 14. Let's go to the third expression. 1 glove plus 1 sock plus 1 hat equals 39. We can calculate the value associated with hat. It equals 15, because 39 minus 10 minus 14 equals 15. Now we are ready to calculate the missing number. And to do that, we need to multiply 15 by 14, which would be equal to 10, and add 10. This is the value of hat multiplied by sock plus the value of glove. So the correct answer here is choice B, 220. Do you have a better way to solve it? Please make sure to show your observations and suggestions in comments. Thanks for watching. If the content was helpful, please give us a like and consider subscribing. This is the way for you to tell us that you need more content like this and we'll make sure to deliver it for you in the future. For links and resources referenced in this video, please check the description. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to find what you're looking for and download the materials. We really thank you for your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.